again, beautiful people. Welcome back. Welcome to this month's installment of Month in Review. So this is a style of journaling that I picked up from a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Kelsey, and her channel is My Abiding Journal. And she does this thing in her journal every month where she kind of just recaps all the highlights of the month on one spread. So yeah, this is my third month doing this style of journaling, and if you've been with me since the beginning and you've seen that first video, you know that I struggle bust it quite a bit. February was a lot easier, and March, this month, also very easy for me. I think I finally got into that groove of how to do it, and this is a style of journaling that I do plan on continuing and taking with me into the new year of 2024, which I know is super early in the year to be talking about that, but yeah. So here is March. I know we are the end of April, so I'm a little bit behind, but I was otherwise engaged for the month of March. I had friends come and visit from the States, and they stayed with us for about a week, so March was pretty much spent getting the house ready, making sure all the travel plans were set, and then of course when they came, spending that week with them, and then getting back to normal life or everyday life after the fact. So I wasn't too concerned with editing YouTube videos for the month of March, so I apologize. I sometimes feel really guilty about not being as consistent with posting videos, but at the same time, as much as I love doing YouTube videos, it is very time consuming, and this is, it's a hobby. I enjoy it, but it does take up time, and sometimes I would like to put that time into other facets of my life. But yeah, anyway, beside the fact, I did film this for you guys, and so I did want you to see it, because I've been loving my gratitude journal this year. I've just been putting so much work and just so much love into that insert that I don't want to do anything else. I just want to be in this gratitude journal. So I did get asked a few times, so I'm going to just let you guys know I am working in an Hour Studio insert. It's the research one, and I got this one last year in the summertime, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I know I got it several months in advance, several months before 2023, and I ordered mine off of Yoseka Stationery. Yeah, so I don't think it's available anymore, but if you do want to start a gratitude journal, you can always do it in any blank journal, honestly. You could even make it work in a Stayology. So as a matter of fact, for next year, I've been thinking about how I want my journal to be moving forward. And I think instead of having a separate gratitude, I'm going to combine that with my memory keeping creative journal and just have one big insert with everything. And so, yeah, I know it's April and it's still really early in the year to be thinking about next year, but I'm already trying to formulate in my head what I'm going to need and just realistically how I'm going to piece everything together. And I think I've got a fairly good idea. So I'm looking forward to 2024 to show you guys how I'm going to do that. Anywho, as far as March goes, so yeah, I had friends visit. My husband and I celebrated an anniversary, and he did, I'm so proud of him. Not proud, but I should say I'm just so grateful for him, because he went and planned the entire day for our anniversary. He found, because I'm from Texas, so I'm a big steak girl. I love steak, and I love pasta. So he went and he did a lot of research, and he found this small hole-in-the-wall Italian restaurant in a city close to us, and it was probably the best thing I've ever eaten. This steak was so tender. The pasta, it's all handmade. The steak had been marinating for like 8 hours. The pasta's all handmade. Like, it's one of those restaurants where they have a set menu at the start of the day and then they make a set amount, and then once they run out, they run out. And we ended the dinner with some tiramisu, which was, oh my God, so good. And then we had coffee, and it started to rain, so we had coffee looking out at the rain and walked around in a bookstore. It was just a really sweet day that he had planned all on his own for our anniversary. So I had a really, really good time. It was just very, very thoughtful. And so the other thing, because we had our friends visit and we also picked up a few other people from the airport, we spent a lot of time in Frankfurt. So Frankfurt is a large city here, and they have the international airport. And we had never really explored Frankfurt per se, but we figured since we were going to be there so often last month that we should take advantage. And we decided to go to Chipotle. Now, we're not like super big Chipotle people like when we lived back in the States, but it's just one of those things where it's the comfort from home. The thing here in Germany is they're not like super into fast food, so you don't really have that convenience of just like picking something up, unless you want McDonald's, but there's only so much McDonald's a person can have. So yeah, so when we went to Frankfurt, we ate an embarrassing amount of Chipotle that month, like just so many times. That Chipotle is actually in a mall, and that mall has a Lego store. And we hadn't been to a Lego store in a while either. I thought it was really cute because the guy at the Lego store gave us little Lego passports and he stamped them. He's like, you take them to different Lego stores, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but now I have a Lego passport. So yeah, we walked around and I found 2 sets that I was really, really excited for. The first set was a Lord of the Rings one. They sold them in like sets of 2, so it's 2 different characters. And I probably haven't mentioned it, but I really like Lord of the Rings. I've never read the books, full disclosure, and I don't 100% know all of the lore behind Lord of the Rings, but those movies have a very special place in my heart because they're my dad's favorite movies, or they were one of his favorite movies, and so every year when they came out, like, we all got to go to the movie theater and watch them in theater. Lord of the Rings, I really, really love those movies. A lot of really special memories for me. And yeah, my favorite character is Gimli. I just love like how sassy he is, and just like how he's like short and stout and just like really strong. So yeah, fortunately he was not one of the characters in the sets, which made me pretty sad, but I ended up getting the full set of 6 characters, and it was like my first time putting together like actual Legos following instructions and stuff. But 10 out of 10, I would do it all over again. So that was the first set that I really, really liked. They had the second set that I did end up going home with was a replica of the movie set of The Office. So The Office is like my favorite show. Like, I will literally watch that on a loop, like days on end. I can quote a lot of the episodes almost in their entirety. Yeah, I have like a little collection of like Office Funko Pops and like little Office figures. I even have a Dundee. Like, I have a whole section on like our nerd shelves just dedicated to The Office. So when I saw the Office set, like, I was like, I need to have this in my life. Like, it is awesome. If you haven't looked it up, please do, so you can just see like how many Easter eggs are scattered throughout the whole set. Like, you have Dwight Stapler and Jell-O. You have Stanley with his chili. Meredith being attacked by a bat. They even have Angela hiding Bandit in a filing cabinet. Stanley's doing Sudoku. And then in the conference room, they have like the little poster where Michael discovers that he's part of a pyramid scheme. And then they also have like the TV with the little DVD logo that's trying to hit the corner. So yeah, I have this set now, and I feel like my life is complete with things. It is awesome, like super cool. But aside from that, I also finished one of my favorite romance novels of the year. Well, kind of, sort of. It was my favorite of the month, but I guess I wouldn't say it's like top tier romance just because of the ending. It ended very quickly. There wasn't a whole lot of resolution, and that kind of stuff bothers me with books. But everything else, like aside from the ending, was pretty good. So this book I read is kind of like a joke because I didn't think it would be that great. So it's called Morning Glory Milking Farm, and it's a romance between a struggling recent grad school graduate and a successful businessman minotaur. So take with that what you will. The romance or the relationship building is very, very sweet, and that was the part I enjoyed the most. Everything else, I've read spicier books than that, and obviously some people might have issue with the whole like interspecies thing, which I 100% understand. Like I said, that book was just it was just a joke that I read, but I did kind of like. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the month of March. I read, celebrated anniversaries, built a lot of Legos. I also went to, did I mention it? I went to a medieval Renaissance Easter festival thing. That was fun. I go to like every single Ren fair that I see in my area. But yeah, so that was it for March. I'm already gonna start filming April's, and we'll see where I go from there. But with that, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all have a good one. Bye.